Hello, everybody. My name is Lachara, and this is Eco Global Survival. Another day on my community server. It is patch day, or the day after patch day specifically. Patch came out last night. I took some doing, but we did get the patch active on the server. Thanks to Edible. We were having an issue getting the server going because of the Big Shovel mod. Edible actually had to go into the Big Shovel mod itself and modify it in order to get the server to work. So if you use the big shovel now, you might notice that you don't burn calories. That's because of what Edible did to make it work. We will, or I will, add the correct version of Big Shovel mod once the mod creator updates it with it, which I should check myself. But a ton of changes, UI changes, graphical changes, just a ton of changes. Most of this video, honestly, is I'm mostly going to be going over changes from the patch. But the first thing I want to talk about is the laws. So our laws aren't working. I I just spent like half an hour trying to fix them. I don't understand. I just want everybody to know I am trying. So if you go in, it says our laws are invalid, both of them, right? So let's revise the law. Okay, so it tells us where it's invalid. Okay, so pay, treasury bank account, target bank account, personal bank account of citizen. So this is different than the way I drew it up. So I understand it's asking for the bank account information, right? Let's just scroll this out with advanced options, treasury to personal of a citizen, loony, perfect. So that's how we want it. Okay, this law is fine. Okay, so anything with the district is screwed up right now. So this is our law that prevents claiming within most of the districts. So claiming land, and it makes us reselect all the districts, right? Okay, so we'll select them all, submit. Okay, so now this one is good. Let's bump this out. Action location, yep, okay, that's fine. Okay, place or pick up object laser. This is our law to prevent lasers from being built and have the meteor blown up when nobody's around. We don't want that. So placing object, okay, so this one is good now. This law is already good. Okay, so this is our old growth redwood prevention. It's you can only cut down an old growth redwood if it's in one of the road districts. So we'll re-add that. That is fine. So yes, so if it's outside of those two districts, prevent. Okay, and we got our law that prevents harvester hunting in the nature preserve. So let's do that. So now it should be good, right? It says we can add changes. It doesn't give us a pop-up that anything is invalid. So we'll add the changes to election. Old quality of life. It just adds an old every time. Apparently we try to revise it. Okay, so let's start the election for that. Okay, and then I will use the min command to force the election through. Unless maybe the admin command is broken. Maybe that's the problem. I'm just going to go in my browser and vote yes on this. No, I don't think that's the problem because while I was sleeping last night, Josh tried to fix the laws and his fix didn't take either. You know, the vote actually went through in that case. It wasn't forced with an admin command. All right, so it went through, right? The new law should be in place, the new fixed law. But if I go in, well, it's just back to the old law. Invalid. None of the changes I just made took. It's all back to being wrong again. And I don't know how to fix that, folks. Because I know people are not happy that they don't get paid to build roads right now, and I get it. I get it. I don't know how to fix it though. I mean, the server even restarted last night, so it's not an issue with that on its daily time. Anyway, that one sucks, but let's talk about some of the cool changes. Let's talk about recipe changes. So, as a cook, I'm in all 5 cooking disciplines. The campfire cooking, mostly the same. The big one I noticed is beet campfire salad. Doesn't use the beet greens anymore, just uses any green. So that's easier to do now and less random, right? Um, I think pretty much everything else stayed the same from what I could tell for campfire cooking. Burn salad, obviously icons, a lot of icons have changed, like the fiddleheads icon here, for example. Corn, but not all of them, like huckleberries, tomatoes, scrap meat, they're all the same. Fish meat changed, but yeah, but there were some changes. So one big thing I noticed right away is baked meat, baked roast. They used to give tallow as a byproduct. Actually, I guess I could have started talking about this right here because charred sausage and campfire roast used to give tallow as well as a byproduct. They don't anymore. So you get way less tallow as a byproduct. Also, bacon used to give 4. Now it only gives 2. So, like, I haven't had to buy tallow because I've been getting my own from byproducts. I've even been turning some of my tallow into oil, right? That's not going to be the case anymore. I mean, I have like 1,700 tallow. I'll be good for a while. But they did add a recipe at the bakery oven, if I can find it. Yes, melting fat. So 3, is it actually 3? Yeah, give or take. So 3 scrap meat becomes tallow, right? Well, one thing I don't like about the new UI, so if I mouse over this, it doesn't tell me where I can buy scrap meat, right? It used to. It used to say. Now I can go in here, scrap, okay. If I mouse over here, it tells me where I can buy it, right? And now also with the tooltips, you have to stay on it for a second if you want to move over. But okay, so all kinds of people have all kinds of scrap meat for sale. So if I need tallow, I can make my own tallow from scrap meat. Or I can actually buy it. But I think it's probably cheaper to buy the scrap meat. But the big recipe change that I want to talk about is heart of palm. So heart of palm, there is still baked heart of palm. There's still fried heart of palm. Millionaire salad still uses heart of palm. But the Fantastic Forest pizza uses camas bulb instead of heart of palm now. So if you are a somebody whose favorite food is Fantastic Forest pizza, it'll be more common now. It'll be much more common. Actually, so let's queue some of those up. Keep them in stock for everybody. But now I'm gonna have to make more leaven dough. I think I have leaven dough queued already. No, I thought I did. Apparently I do not. So let's do that. Let's queue up some leaven dough. There's some other little changes I noticed. They couple changes that would help millers out specifically. This simple syrup that I need to make the sweet salad. I used to make this from sugar. I don't. It's not a recipe for me anymore. It's now a Miller recipe. So that's an extra step that a Miller has to do, but it's an extra thing they can sell. Also, rice noodles, I believe they're called. The rice thing in here, yeah, rice noodles. You should just make them from rice. Now it's rice flour. So another step that I have to go to a Miller for, and this is all fine. I don't mind. But yeah, so obviously they felt Miller's needed a little boost. Obviously, those are the big things I've noticed with my recipes thus far, and there may be more. There may be more. That's just what I've noticed. I mean, between the 5 disciplines, I have a lot of recipes, right? But like everything looks the same here. I don't know. Did these enchiladas really need papaya before? Maybe. I don't know. At any rate, those are just some of the changes I've noticed so far. I will be back and definitely discuss more changes as I find them. All right, I've been at level 6 advanced baking for way too long, and haven't taken my trait yet because I'm dumb. So we're gonna take this. Reduces the resources needed by 5%. I should have done that a long time ago, because it seems like it takes more XP to get through these now. I know for sure in the update, one thing they changed is how long it takes to get your stars. I think it's like 25% extra XP for each one, and that makes sense. Because I know we got through them pretty quick, and like they also changed when you get recipes, because like originally, I think you got everything by level 3. Now like some of the real high end stuff is only at level 4, 5, and 6. And another big change I've noticed is let's queue up some elk Wellingtons, which well let's queue them up here. So let's queue up like 42 elk Wellingtons. Oh, by the way, if there's any butchers watching. Prime cuts are really needed right now, and there's really not a lot out there. So I don't know if you noticed how much my like food went down there. It definitely takes way more food to do stuff now. I know they hit cooking with that pretty hard. Cooking and baking. You know, when I say cooking, I mean all the cooking skills. But it's not just cooking. Everything pretty much uses more now, which is interesting. I need something with carbs. What has carbs? You have carbs. But now we're going to need protein. You have protein. Boom. Like skid steers, excavators, and tractors now burn calories as well. So that's good news for me as a cook, for sure. And I mean, I think it's just a good change overall. Um, yeah, I'm digging the change. I'm starting to get used to the UI. At first, I didn't really like it. Like the story UI in particular, I find it harder to quickly see what I'm low on, right? Because there's this little number here telling me how much of everything I have. But yeah, other than that, I'm getting used to it though. I am definitely getting used to the UI. Um, but yeah, I'm digging the update so far for sure. There's a bunch of other little things that are completely escaping me at the moment. Oh, here's a big one. Here's a big one. Not even a little thing. Here's a big one. So if you go into any table, any workstation, go into storage, you can now designate various places to be, you got input or output. So if I want this to be just input, right? If I want to have a couple chests strictly for my finished goods, which this one already is, to be fair, right? So it's easier to find my food to eat. I would go input, or no, sorry, I would leave input and I would take the output out, right, of this one. And you can do that for every single one of your chests, which I mean, it's not a big deal for like for me as a cook. Um, but for some professions, it's really nice. Like for example, if you are a road builder and a miner and you crush your own stone, for example, and you're crushing limestone, let's say you're also a smelter or advanced smelter specifically, or glass worker, whatever. You're crushing limestone, right? But you don't want it to go into roads. So you can use this to designate one stockpile to kind of be your crushed limestone stockpile so that your roads don't use the crushed limestone. And I know that description, my explanation probably makes absolutely zero sense, but you know, that's just the first thing I can think of. Anyway, I'm digging the update so far, except the laws are still broken. Apparently, it is not just my server, it is several servers, unfortunately, so people do not get paid for building roads, so I do not expect many roads to get built. And that is fine. So I'm going to keep playing around with it. I'm sure I will find some more cool things in the update to show off. I do like the chat. At first I was like, how do I close the chat? But I made it pretty small, right? But I mean, you can move it around. You can make it quite a bit bigger. It's tabular now, so you can add different tabs, right? Which is nice. How do you add tabs? Create new tabs. So if I want to have a tab for, you know, law stuff or whatever, which obviously doesn't work right now, I could do that. I'm digging it. The UI put me off a bit at first, but I'm starting to like it now. Can we squeeze that in there? That fits just nicely. All right, so I'm gonna go continue stocking up, and then I'm gonna talk about some more stuff from the patch, and then we'll show off some cool new builds. Okay, I hit level 7 advanced baking recently, which means I can now make the advanced baking upgrade. So let's pull out this advanced upgrade 4. Let's come over here so it takes a little less time. And there we go. Finally. It's been a long time coming. And what do we need here? We need carbs, we need protein. Oh, there's some protein and some carbs. Good old Purzox. And then we need some vitamins. Where are the crimson salads? I don't know all these icons, all these new icons. There's so many new icons. Speaking of things that are new, there are new forms for glass and brick blocks. Brick in particular. Let's grab some glass first, though. There's only a couple new glass forms. Let's just take a quick look at those. There was only a couple of these before, but there's some new thin wall straight. That looks pretty similar to what was there before. There is an edge wall, so you can kind of do it like that, right? There is an edge wall turn, right? And there is window. I think that's the same as before. Thin floor bottom, and we got a thin floor top. So you got some more options for glass now. The brick in particular, though, like, I like building with brick. A lot of people don't like brick as a building material, but I do. I'm a bigger fan of it than most people. And it just got a lot better. Like, thin wall, like all this thin floor top, that's new. Aqueduct was there before. Thin wall edge. Like, look at that. That's really tight, really small, really thin. Um, we got the window edge. Like, that's a very different looking window, right? Well, I guess I can just make one. Like, this is what the window used to look like. Wait, it's almost the same. I was thinking of this one. Sorry. So I guess it's not that different. It's not that different. So I take that back. I take that back. But then there's also window grill edge, right? Just more options. Options are good. You can never have too many good options. And then there's this stuff, like the underbrace and stuff, right? This is all new stuff. You got the underbrace, right? And you got the corner brace, the side brace, um, the underbrace corner, like just so many more options now, right? Like you can make some cool stuff with brick now that you couldn't really do before, right? That was the thing with tier 2 building materials. Just even if you thought brick looked good, you didn't have the building options for brick that you had with the higher level stuff, right? But now you do. Now you got way more options, which I think is really cool, right? Like that's, I don't know. I like that. I dig that. Actually, let's pick you up like that. Like I don't know. I think these new brick forms look pretty cool. You might disagree, but then you'd be wrong. No, I was kidding. It's an opinion. There's no such thing. Anyway, that's brick. That's the new brick and glass forms. So I think it's about time to go check out some of the new stuff people have built. I don't need to go far to show off some new stuff. Let's start by going down this road. We kind of went down here yesterday. We just kind of skipped by the new things. All right, so Josh store updated look. I wonder, are these some of the new brick forms? I wonder. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I like how you can come in. Oh yeah, because he's got the corner, the rounded corner pieces. Those didn't used to be there, right? So yeah, Josh has definitely been messing around with the new brick forms. Nice. Okay, so the feed bag looks the same. Now right here, remember how we advertised that the lot next to Josh was empty? Well, somebody moved in. That's somebody being Chris L. He moved all his advanced tailoring stuff up here, right? Oh wow, it's kind of like all this bleeds into the government building. Interesting and cool. There's the workshop. All the advanced tailoring goods for all your advanced tailoring needs. Come see Chris with his Ashlar nice build. Ooh, I kind of like the limestone awning, kind of. Awning's not the word. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know the architectural word for that, and nobody ever says it in the comments, so maybe there's just not a common word for it. Toby's Pottery Shop, that has been the same since way early on in the game. Alright, so whose is this? Slide Ice's store. I feel like I've said this more than once when coming to Slide's place. But I'm going to say work in progress, right? The front looks done. Nice. And then we got Punchdown's place here. So yeah, that's all the new stuff, I think. Oh, somebody finally farmed their palm farm. A lot of palm leaves here. Oh, this is Katie's palm farm. Right. All right, and then I want to go down. Well, we already showed one of Chris L's properties. We're gonna show another, but I got one stop to make here. Cryptid Shadow's actually been busy building in his backyard. I don't know what this stairway of heaven is for. I don't know if it's just for watching the meteor later. I'm just gonna leave it for now. I guess it's probably Ishmael's, not Shadow's, judging by where it is in the property line. So yeah, so I'm assuming these windows aren't supposed to look like this, and that's due to the patch changing the way some of the brick forms. Anyway, Shadow has a workshop and storage area back here that we haven't shown off because I didn't even realize it was here, if I'm being perfectly honest. Kind of just snuck up. But yeah, there it is. Just, standard reinforced concrete build, lots of windows, looks good. Pillars in the corner look nice. Pillars for the storage area, I do dig that. This is a really nice looking storage area. And then we're gonna head this way a little more. We'll go by Ismail's place here. And we'll check out Chris L's a new storefront, new house. I guess this is his house. But we got ashlar sandstone. We got composite, I don't know, composite something. Composite redwood. But I like the way he used the horizontals and the vertical stripes like alternating to kind of make I don't know what the word would be. Not a pattern, but I don't know, it gives it depth, I guess. Obviously work in progress because if we come around here it's still brick. And it is the high level stuff here, brick in the back, but I mean, hey, kind of reminds me of my own current place, right? Kind of looks similar to that at the moment. And we're going to head down this way. I believe we've seen this before. Loki's place looks pretty much the same. Tintin's been adding to his place. I mean, this is just, oh, there's some ashlar mixed in. This is ashlar here. So he's starting to switch over to ashlar, but even the some of the the mortared stone looks pretty good. Oh yeah, it's got reinforced concrete mixed in for a little, just enough of a workshop for an advanced masonry table and a rolling mill. Nice. Looking forward to seeing what this is when it's all ashlared out. I don't know if Team Priest has really built onto his thing much lately. No, it looks pretty similar. I mean, there's a couple new things like this little archway, fence. Oh yeah, no, those are the new brick forms. See, oh, I dig that. I really like the new brick forms. That looks really good. But the main reason we came this way is I don't know if Jasper and Dr. Oldacota are playing together. They built this. I guess it's Jasper's. Jasper's Elegant Designs. Got some ashlar. We got some composite. So this is the Taylor blocks, the carpet blocks. I think they're fairly expensive there, but they're tier 4 block. But yeah, so if you want some nice carpets in your house, this is what they look like. There's the 3 different ones. Oh, and I guess you can make little wall hangings with them. I did not realize that. But similar to Chris's place, got all the advanced tailoring tables in here. Looking pretty good. Is this ashlar basalt or shale? Probably shale, right? Yeah. Nobody builds with ashlar basalt. Oh well. That's fine. Alright, so yeah, this looks about the same. Little garage over here looks about the same. This house, I believe, is the same as last time we were by this way. But yeah, that's the new patch. That's what's going on in the server. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to check out the server yourself, you can join my Discord. The information is there, and the link is in the description down below. In addition to a link to my Twitter, if you want to follow me, or Patreon, if you want to support me there. Either would be muchly appreciated. Most importantly, be good to each other. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.